Good evening, Greg here, burning both ends, burning on the back end of Friday, back end of the week. It's 10:31 p.m. Pacific. It is the 27th of July, 2018. So iCore is now done. I know I've said that a couple times, but it's interesting. The program is done, but we're still moving forward. We're still pursuing some interesting ideas here, trying to get to Europe, trying to check out this conference. So one of the key people that we've met during this process, or interviewed I should say, is a gentleman named Michael, and he is like the guru of what we're looking into, and we've struck up a decent relationship, I think. And so I'll talk to him today. He's got some recommendations. He's got a lot of ins at this conference, and he's a big champion of ours and can certainly grease the skids. Just to take a step back, iCore, this is this technology transfer training that I did for the last 8 weeks. It's now over, but we do have a real technology, and we're pursuing it further, right? We're taking this body of work that we uncovered during iCore. Essentially what that is we identified a specific value proposition. Actually, it applies to 2 specific customer segments, and it looks really real, and it's very exciting. And so we're kind of doing this model where we're looking to get, we're definitely down a windy river, right? And we're literally looking to get to the next bend in the river to peek around and see what's going on. And this next bend is hitting this conference. The whole community is going to be there. We'll be able to meet people from Asia, people from Europe that we wouldn't normally see in the States, or would be very expensive for us to go visit, right? We have to visit them one by one. This is the value of the conference. And this is really the patience and persistence game, like almost just beauty. I mean, it's, you wait for the conference, you prep for the conference, a lot of things, right? So we're going to most likely write an abstract and get a poster up. And it sounds like so old school, right? But this is the method. This is the way these things work, right? And so submit the abstract in. Well, I think that we can get it in early this next week, maybe even over the weekend. Then we can get it printed, right? So now it becomes part of the proceedings or the printed material, which is great, because then that's easily, like on the website, that's handed out. People will see that, they'll want to read it. Anyone that wants to look back at this conference will read the proceedings and find us. And then with the poster, we'll attract attention. People will want to come up to us, and essentially they'll voluntarily, they'll kind of like volunteer and say, I'm interested in that. And so I think that's very cool. I mean, and it's so interesting in this day of like Twitter and Facebook and all these things in here. This is a very effective way to do this, because it's interesting. We're looking for such a very small number of people, relatively speaking. Anyway, so we're gonna hopefully do this conference. We're looking for some funding, so I think we'll get it, because I think we have a strong case. I think that we really have an exciting technology, and So iCore is done technically the program, but the idea carries on, and we'll see. And this is I was talking about this. This is the entrepreneur's dilemma. This is it. I want to see the technical teams step up some more. I want to see them really kind of start to, But I will say this. Is that whenever there's something to be done, or I make a request, it's always met. So there is that kind of odd part, is that maybe the proactive excitement's not there, but the reactive excitement is there. And anyway, but we're gonna check out this conference. So that's awesome. And we had some meetings today about all the stuff about the IP, the license, all these things that we have to do. It's patents are expensive. Let me just tell you. We have a certain type of provisional application with a PCT. I forget what that stands for, but essentially what it does is you file in the U.S., and then at some time in the process, you get to choose whether or not you want to file in other countries. That's what gets expensive. I mean, you're probably looking at, what we've been told, like 20 to 40,000 per country. Yeah, right. And that's just to file the patent. And then there's, the whole point of having the patent is that, you get to like obviously sell and use the technology, but also enforce the patent, which is also expensive. So patents are interesting. So very good day. And then also spent a lot of time on this HBD project, so got to really focus on that. Solved a bunch of problems today. I got some great support, and what I'm learning about this team, because I'm starting to just really now with this project work with this team, is the style. Sorry, there was door slammed. The style of communication is so important, and learning how people communicate, and how perhaps I'd like to be communicated to, like as the project manager. People say that they're going to go do something, and then how do I ever know if it gets done or not? A lot, because a lot of this stuff is, in a lab, in a clean area, and it's not like you just walk up to it and check it out, So, I guess my biggest learn right now is learning how the team communicates and how I can effectively communicate with each team member. I mean, like today we had an update meeting on this integration project. One of maybe 6 people showed up, and like I did hear from two of them in a text about 5 minutes before the meeting, which I guess that's better than nothing, right? So I certainly appreciate that communication, but maybe a little bit more of a heads up would be nice. But it's so I'm learning about this, and I know that a lot of them are getting ready to go to their own conference, so they need some data, and it's like getting pretty hardcore down to the wire, and I get it, and I want to have empathy toward them and toward their situation, because I can't imagine how much pressure's on them, and what I'm doing is a little bit lower priority, and I get that. So deploying some empathy, I get it. But this is me learning. I see it as a challenge to me to learn how best to communicate with these people. Text message for him, email for that person. This group of people really likes a long email with an outline of what we're doing. These people do not. They want to see it on a calendar. I want to learn all this stuff and how this team operates, so I can effectively lead. Because I'm going to be leading 2 big projects for them, starting pretty much after I come back from South Carolina. And it's going to be intense, and so I find that this communication thing is like the most important thing. It's unbelievable how it can just create so much tension and so much, I'd say so much like inefficiency, right? Because now we got to double back and find out, was that thing done? Okay, no, you didn't know, and then so communication style. I think if you remember back, I had a post about like a communication plan. So I think that's going to be critical, is coming up with a communication plan. So I think that's going to be it. So cool. So we will do that, and I will wrap there. It's been a great Friday, been a great week. It's going to be a great family weekend. Kind of vacation officially starts. Going to be switching up the post. Not yet though. I think through South Carolina I'll do this kind of like not so structured post, just talk about what's going on, kind of light and fluffy, if you will. And then when we get back, then I'll start. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. Excuse me. Not exactly sure. We'll figure it out. It will be creative. And I'm kind of leaning toward going down to 1 YouTube post a day and having a bunch of Instagram posts during the day. So and maybe a little more NSYNC. So, but we'll see. I'm still thinking about it. Still drawing out the structure. The whole point is I want to stay engaged with the social media platform. I want to add Instagram somehow. So I think if I add that, I got to take a little bit of YouTube away. And we'll see. Because I want these Instagram posts to be like pretty awesome and creative. I don't want just toss up just pictures left and right. I want them to be well thought out, and that will take some time. So anyway, I will wrap there. If this channel is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur, so I want to hear about your journey. So subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you're up to, challenges you're having. If I can be of service, I'd love to help. Please comment, let me know, and check out the description. There's awesome links down there, some great music. The beat in the background is an Afro beat that I wrote. G Money's my alter ego. I've been drumming for a few decades. I write these drum beats. Check them out on SoundCloud. There's a link down below. And that'll do it. So Friday, great day to get ahead. Hopefully a little extra effort today. I certainly just punched it out a little bit. I was down to the wire in picking up my girls from camp. talking with people, just doing just those last couple little tasky things that I could just bang them out, and I kind of clear Monday morning. So yeah, get some sleep, wake up tomorrow, inspire folks, do great things, light it up. I'll see you in the morning.